Guys, I'm back. Okay, all right. Um, Now we all have our favorite news source to get our information, to get our news. Some watch local news, some watch the cable news, and like Fox, CNN, MSNBC, dinosaur media like NBC, ABC, CBS, and this occasional newspaper like USA Today, the AP, you name it. And it's also sites like the Daily Mail, Breitbart, uh, and Vice, and other stuff. But lately, I've been getting my news from ground news, ground news, and the reason is here's why I think why ground news is better. Now, ground news is balanced. Okay, it's balanced. Okay. Now, we all hear about CNN saying, "Oh, we're fair and balanced news." Like CNN will say, "Oh, we're the most trusted news source." Fox News will say, "Oh, we're fair and balanced." MSNBC, or now it's called MSDNC, try to say, "Well, we're this, we're that, we're the most trusted." Yeah, you're the most trusted by leftist Democrats. Fox News is fair and balanced to Republicans. Okay, now I don't need that shit. We don't need that shit. Okay. Now, I haven't read the paper in a long time. Okay. I've been reading. I've been going on to. I've been going on to ground news to get my news. Why? Because ground news. Now, when it comes to certain stories, to a story, it has on the bottom. On the bottom, it'll show the percentage of if the story is left wing, right wing, or center, and it'll show the percentage, as in, say, for example, here. Let's see. The Virginian pilot. Uh, Transgender woman sues Princeton for humiliating removal from track team. Now, um, it'll show that it's 22% left, 24% right, and 53% center. Yeah. So it'll also show um, the what outlets is doing the story. See, it shows a list of outlets of news sources out there, local and um, now here's one. This is the left. CBS News. Call of Duty maker can't be held responsible for actions of Uvalde school shooter, lawyer argues. Okay, now, um, lawyer for the uh, I can't read the story because it says, it looks like you're using an ad blocker. CBS News is your go destination for breaking news and exclusive reporting across the globe. Your browser is impacting your experience. Click low. Okay. The lawyer for the video game Call of Duty argues Friday that a judge should dismiss the lawsuit brought by families of the victims of the Robb Elementary School attack in Uvalde, Texas, saying the content of the war game are look. This isn't the first time that a game was accused of being, a lawyer for the maker of the video game Call of Duty argues Friday that a judge should dismiss a lawsuit brought by the families of the victims of the Robb Elementary School attack in Uvalde, Texas, says the content of war game are protected by the First Amendment. Family sues Call of Duty maker Activision and the Meta Platforms, which owns Instagram, saying the companies bear the responsibility for promoting products used by teen gunmen. Three sets of parents who lost children in the shooting warned the audience at the LA hearing. Activision lawyer Bethany Kristovich told Supreme Court Judge William Heiberger that the First Amendment bars their claim. Now the thing is, it's like back in the 80s, right? Remember the Ozzy got sued, so did Judas Priest because of their lyrics and shit. Because teens back in the day, back at the time, in the 80s, at the time you had the satanic panic back in the day. Now, Ozzy Osbourne got sued, was acquitted because you can't sue an artist, okay? Because if someone that listens to a lyric and ends up taking their own life because allegedly they heard something in the lyric that says, do it. Now, the thing is, parents these days, even till this day, they want to sue video games. They will say, "Oh, video games is warping our youth minds." No, it's not. It is protected by the First Amendment. I'm not. I mean, look, this is nuts. Okay. Activision lawyer Bethany Kristovich told Superior Court Judge William Heiberger that the First Amendment bars their claim, period, full stop. The issue of gun violence are incredibly difficult, Kristovich said. The evidence in the case is not. She argues the case has little chance of prevailing if it continues, because courts have repeatedly held that creators of artwork, whether it be books, movies, music, TV, or video games, cannot be held liable for acts of their audience. The lawsuit, one of many involving the Uvalde families, once filed last year in the second anniversary of the shooting of one of the deadly shootings in history, in U.S. history, Gunmen killed 19 students, 2 teachers. Officers finally confronted and shot him after waiting more than an hour to enter the fourth grade classroom. Kelly Rubio, whose 10-year-old daughter Lexi was killed in the shooting, was among the parents who came from Texas to Southern California, where Activision is based. Hearing. We'll travel all this way, so we need answers, Maria said outside the courthouse. It's our hope that the case will move forward so we can get those answers. Attorney for the families argued during the hearing that Call of Duty exceeds its first. Oh, look, you cannot blame a book, music, movies, video games. It's all protected free speech under the First Amendment. Now, it's the person or persons that play the games are responsible. You cannot blame a game for bullshit. Jack Thompson tried to sue Rockstar. Okay? Tried to sue Rockstar many times because he thinks the games is causing all this mayhem and shit like that. He got disbarred, and the parents group to claim, oh, the children, what about the children? The children are fine. They're fine. They're okay. It's just these idiots. These idiots that take it so far. What doesn't help is TV shows like SVU Law and Order that did an episode where a woman who was a video game maker that was assaulted by guys who were taking video games from fantasy into reality, and they're pushing this shit. Now it's the individual and or individuals that take it too far. You cannot blame a game. You cannot blame music. You cannot blame movies. You cannot blame a book, right? The only way, if you blame music, if it's a crime where the artist wrote a lyric. Now, I watched a video on this guy. He was a rapper, but also a serial killer. And he would rap lyrics, talk about murdering another rapper and shit like that. Then they could use those lyrics as evidence of a crime. Now, I can understand if it was like, say, a video that was made to use like it's art. It's what it is. It's art. The families are going to be disappointed because here's the thing. 25 years ago, a little under 25 years ago, Rockstar came out with a game called Manhunt. Okay, Manhunt. And Manhunt 2. I've played both games. It is a kind of weird game. It has that horror movie vibe. It does. It was banned in multiple countries. It was taken off the shelf. And there was supposed to be a third one be made by Roger, but it ended up being canceled. Or I'm thinking it probably was it. I mean, people have really over dramatized this bullshit, you know. Okay, now the news you get, okay, the news you get like this, okay. Certain outlets you see is basically it caters to leftist Democrats or right wing Republicans. Now, I'm an avid user of ground news. Okay, ground news, and um, now this was 2 hours ago. Hurricane Helene, the owner of a Tennessee factory where workers drowned after Hurricane Helene, won't face charges. This is the Denver Gazette. Texas school shooter was fueled by Instagram and Call of Duty. See, the Texas school shooter was fueled. Okay, by it may have been fueled by the game, but it ain't the game's fault. If the person took it a little bit too far, they're responsible, not the game. They want to blame something. It's not I mean, it ain't the company's fault. Look, Activision will not be. I mean, here's how I would be played out. Activision will not be held. I mean, look, Activision will not be held accountable because the families won't get shit. Okay, here's why. The lawyers with families want to blame somebody. They want to use video games, movies, music, whatever, for the blame. That's like blaming the NRA for gun shootings, right? The NRA has been sued so many damn times and has been thrown out of court, right? It's literally fucking stupid. Okay, it is really, really dumb. It is. It's dumb. It's actually dumb. It's really, really dumb. Because they want to blame somebody or something, because somebody who was fueled by it when they end up taking the lives of people. Penn Jillette also made a good point. You know, it's like blaming Romeo and Juliet for a young couple's suicide. Why? I mean, it's also like like leftist, like for example, BLM. Their thing is that they want to blame white people for their oppression. Okay, that's like blaming a young Japanese girl for Pearl Harbor. right? Why? Why do you want to blame current people, like current white people, for what happened over nearly 200 years ago, right? It's a cop out. It's bullshit, right? It's bullshit. Now, news stories you get based on whether you get it, say, like if the news source is caters to left wing Democrats or right wing Republicans. I read from ground news because it's balanced, and it'll show sources like outlets that are doing the news, and it'll show whether it's morally left, more right, or more center, and it'll show each spot, left, right, center, the percentage, and it's most trusted. You know, so that's why I read. That's why I read from ground news. And stuff. So, all right, folks. My name is Reverend Ordo. If you're new to this channel, please leave a like, leave a subscription. Comment below. Hit the bell for notification. Always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. This has been the Anonymous Mando'Ade Network. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless.